Coucou tout le monde, j'espère que vous allez bien, vous avez passé un bon week-end. Quoi. Aujourd'hui, nouveau jeu qui était gratuit sur Epic. J'avais envie de faire depuis un certain temps, un peu plus calme que Wizard of Legend. Comme il fait froid et que ma soeur a adopté un chien d'Alaska, je me suis dit que c'était parfait. On va se lancer sur Never Alone. Kissima et Nechuna. Tiens, c'est écrit différemment. Que j'ai mes écouteurs. Manette, j'ai le café parce que j'ai mal à la tête. La manette veut pas. Qu'est-ce qui se passe? Des petites vidéos, ok. Peut-être pas là, mais... Back, contrôle. C'est forcément souris? J'ai l'impression que c'est forcément souris. Ok. AWSD space jump switch L control place. Je suppose que ce sera expliqué dans le jeu de toute façon. Clear. New game. Non, je me suis trompé là. Ou je me suis pas trompé. Counter inside tab. D'accord. Contrôle. Space.
Unipkaarutiarsiikpin taalaqanilaqannasuk unipkaartuaq qaaviuraqama niviaqsiaqarualugguuq iñuuniaqaniqsuq angayoqaagamini sumitaimma niviaqsiaqarualuqamuniallatuniqsaq aasiisulaqallavluni supayaanik
Les FPS sont dégueulasses sur le stream, je sais pas pourquoi, il va falloir que je regarde ça. Désolé.
Iñuuniaqhutin anuqqautigaisi anuqhulingaaliaqsuq anuqhulingaaliaqpaalluni kisaimma paniqnialiaqsivut niviaqsiaqarualuk kisaimma isummeqpoq tavraasi kangitsaquaqsigaasumman anuqhulisuguruqumagaan summan anuqhulingaaliaqamagaan tavraasi kangitsaquaqsigaasumman anuqhulisuguruqumagaan
Là, d'un coup, on est bon. Là, c'est nickel, pourtant j'ai rien fait.
anuqhuliqpaalluni suniuraqanaitsoqunni tavrani viaqsiaqarualuk ayuungitsoq
Quelle jolie langue.
payyagniuliqsoq
Au fond, au fond. Wow. Bro. Ah, ok, Q. Oh, oh. Wow. Dead. Ouh. Peace.
Tokutawayak kisimreome. Arannapkangapeaktok.
Ah. Du coup, ça se joue en coop. Et il y en a un qui contrôle le renard avec la manette et une autre personne, la fille, avec le clavier. Intéressant, intéressant. Ça va être compliqué de switcher. Je sais pas si je peux changer les settings. Game mode. Single. Options. Settings. Vidéo. Ah non. Audio. Faudra me dire si c'est trop fort. Input settings. Ah. Ah, let's go. Yes. Ok. Du coup... Controls. Ok, ok. Move, inside, menu, interact, switch, raise, jump, bola. Bola. Switch. Hein? Génial. Excellent. Ça me rappelle Inside pour le moment. J'adore Inside. Et un petit peu Limbo, mais aussi dark.
콜레링아이쪽 이녀고는 데레간내아가네 빌리고. 데레간내악 다음나 알라둔 인기쪽.
Je pense que je regarderai les vidéos au fur et à mesure. Oh! Ok, ok. Voyons voir. Les FPS, ça me donnera l'occasion de regarder les
When
FPS.
I was growing up, my grandpa had a pet white fox. If you're a good friend with a fox, when there's danger abound, they try to keep you from getting into trouble. They pull tricks here and there, and foxes are like spoiled little kids in a way. When you let her out, she'd go prancing out in the snow, jumping in the air. I know she was happy then. Come running at me and jump on my chest, knock me backwards, lick my face. And I try not to let it. So that was my memory of my grandpa's pet fox.
Cool, cool. Pas de drop de FPS.
One of the things I think a lot of people need to understand is we aren't a museum piece. The Inupiaq people are a living people and a living culture. Even though we're in northern Alaska, which covers this vast area from Nome all the way over the Canadian border,
Wow.
is that there is this extreme value of interconnectedness and interdependence.
It's a hunting society, a gathering society from thousands of years.
This is what creates our culture.
That special relationship between humans and the natural world and the animals, and that it teaches you how to have a society that doesn't do too much harm to the world.
Love and respect for nature, for one another, for our elders. Very, very fundamental value, key to life.
Our values are something that bind us all. The importance of sharing with one another, the importance of spirituality, and the connection to the land, our traditions, how we hunt, sharing of stories and songs and dances.
I'm Inuit. I'm from the Arctic Ocean.
I am Inuit.
It's very important to me. It's who I am as a person.
And we're very proud of who we are, and we want to continue that.
It'd be busy, busy, busy all through the day. You get up and you just go right to work, right to work.
There's always something to do. There's never any idle time. The only idle time we had was after we eat and before we go to bed.
One of the older people would be relaxing, laying down there and saying, it'd be really nice to hear a story. And then just organically, someone would just start telling a story.
Storytelling for the Inuit people is very important because it not only created that sense of community, but is a way to pass on wisdom to the next generation.
It was like TV, It was it was as good as any movie you've ever seen. And the storyteller told it so clearly that it was just as powerful as any of the greatest movie blockbusters you've ever seen.
There was a reason behind the stories that we were told because they held traditional knowledge. They held things that we might need to know in life, whether it was about how to find food or how to survive, or it was about well-being and the importance of connecting with people and being a good member of the community.
We all do stories. We all live in stories. We all tell stories to our friends. And they need to be told. They need to be heard.
Vachement cool. Vachement cool.
So scrimshaw is this really beautiful method of art that's done either on baleen or ivory, and traditionally it was used to tell stories.
Each etching is telling a story of some event. Caribou hunting was taking place. This is what was going on. War began around this time, and so it sort of gives you a timeline of history through etching.
An elder or the person who carved it would literally be able to read the scrimshaw story.
They're like reading a book, in a way.
A lot of the storytelling traditions would be things that after the storytelling was done, we'd just rely on the next person telling it. And so scrimshaw is a very important way for Alaskan Native people to record their history.
Ok, intéressant, je connaissais pas. Hop, retour au jeu. J'adore les bruits de pas dans la neige, c'est trop bien. Ok. Merci, merci. Waouh. Ok. Du coup, il me suit de lui-même, ça c'est cool. Allez, viens. Cool Borders. Ok. Elle est trop bien cette chouette. Caribou.
It provided for us in many ways.
Our clothing in those days was made of all caribou skin.
I grew up wearing caribou pants, mittens, caribou skin mattress, blankets.
Some people had boots that were made with wolf leggings, sealskin sole bottoms. Baleen was shaved to make insoles. They kept us quite dry and warm as well. But the caribou skin clothing was the best. We would get as many yearlings as we could for our outer clothing. And for a heavy winter, we would get caribou in February or March because the hair was the longest and the skin was the thickest, and we would use those for our winter gear. With that stuff on, you could sleep outside in 50 below and it wouldn't bother you a bit.
C'est moi qui dois le faire là. Hein? C'est un petit peu théorie là du coup.
Silla is the weather. It also means the atmosphere. Here's the nuna, or the land. And it's anything from the land into the moon, the sun, the stars. That's Silla.
It's a very spiritual, and we have a relationship with Silla. Silla has a soul in the same way we do as people, in the same way animals do.
I think spirit helpers in and of themselves are really about how we're connected with things. And so it may be that there is a spirit helper that shows themselves as a bird to show you the way home, or it may be a spirit helper that actually decides to show themselves with the face and body of a man instead of their animal form. And so I think one of the things that's hard to understand is that it's not one way of seeing things, it's one way of knowing you're connected to everything.
We've always had that spirituality of everything around us.
It's the interaction you have with the air you breathe, the ocean that you gather resources from, the rivers from which you gather fish, the tundra from which you pick berries, the animals that give themselves. It's all of that.
Je n'avais pas vu les tatouages au niveau du menton, c'est cool. D'accord. Ok, cool.
Diviarsiarlualugulo teriganniaralu ikayuutipiartuk. Sirraqaniortimigani. Asaa kangersinaitsiqunniiqqaneq pisilaanga. Aglaan tavra atautsikun aingaluk.
Waouh. Voilà ce qui se passe quand c'est pas moi qui pilote. Hein. Voyons voir. Oh, 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 oh. Dawaj, dawaj. Ja. Bien. Nice.
In the winter, when we were traveling, we didn't build sod houses, we built snow houses. In Canada, they call them igloo, but here in Alaska, we call them apuya. We'd do a day of travel, and then we'd make a apuya. The next day, my father would set traps, spend the day there, rest the dogs, give them something to eat, and then the following day, we continued to the next place. We'd go to my dad's sister, who had a house at Dubai. They had a small sod house over there. We didn't have to do anything. We just visit with them, and my dad and my sister were glad to see each other, and they'd talk away while us kids played outside or go to sleep. By the time we get back to our home, my father would leave us with our aunt or with my grandmother, and then he'd start on his trips and go check his trap line. We were not into 8 to 5 kind of time, you know. We're in a totally different kind. We're in ecological time.
Wow, okay. Whew. No. Okay. Ah. Non. Dans les fesses. Oh. Ouah. Eh bien. Bien joué.
Rejoindre tikitka ay makapini. Agalan malulak singamalo.
Ah ouais, elle aime pas du tout les transitions. Hein.
Tikin ngamalo rejoindre pingan. Iba halak simalok sumitema. Dikatsak kumanya nyakso. Pakit kangam nago. Ibaktani. Nunakik ikiwaktua nikso. Inyungi tokotaktawa niksit.
C'est dommage ça, de mon côté c'est nickel. Ah. They said that with each gust of wind, powdery snow blew in every direction. Okay. Cool. C'est dommage cette histoire.
Niverksiarolo upperingit ka tautuktani. Tautukunak tuak sunapayak sa kumingan niksok. Niverksiarolo inyuniakatingi pisaulaga niksut. Kano kumnya? Ano kulak paskanya? Dahil na kumanyait ka. Tamanga ikumawak tuming. Kakarakpam inyo niptaktak. Sumalagula kami. Niverksiarolo pichingani.
Son œil qui me suit. Merci. Wow.
Agalan kakarak paskanyat sa gabing aitit. Imenyawrat sa gabing sa mga nunamin.
Ah, ok. Ouais. Peut-être qu'il peut faire quelque chose. Non? Je dois pouvoir sauter avec le vent. Ok. L'autre sens? Yes. Très bien. Ok. Très bien. Ouh, ok. Ah. Yo. Merci. Merci.
Hi, Gwen, today.
Ouais, attends. C'est une caverne, ça? Non? Non. Yo!
Kano ko ilisimanak pa nga. Isumulak to niversia kalwalo.
La chouette!
Ano kita pula, kano ngagikpen. Kilaw di ka piup ko. Ikayo ko niya kalawikpen kimon dahil nanakek. Sa bakit ilanga.
Pas d'insight? Ah, il y en a plusieurs, il y en a 3. Hello.
Drum is something that's common to all cultures in Alaska. All cultures have a drum that may have some stylistic differences or differences in the materials that it's made, but it's still in recognition of life and vitality. And the drum mirrors the heartbeat. And when you continue drumming soon, it will be in line with your heartbeat, because that's what it's supposed to be, the heartbeat of the community, and it symbolizes vitality. And it's the most tremendous feeling to be in a room and to have one long row of all the drummers and to have that feeling of unity, everyone beating in harmony, the drum beat in unison. It's the most beautiful feeling. And to know that you're connected, you're on the land that you are connected to. And even if you grew up outside of the community, that which is in you comes from this area. And it's the greatest feeling.
Man, I went at it and look what happens.
Ok, pas tout le monde a un tatouage au niveau du menton du coup. Continuons, continuons. Petite corde. Qui c'est qui se fend la poire? Ah. Oh, est-ce que je peux...
They're just like other people. They just happen to be very small and extremely strong.
These are stories that are common throughout Alaska. It's normally that people are the size from your elbow to the tips of your fingers, and they possess superhuman strength. So they may be tiny, but they can carry a whole caribou.
And if you go up north and you talk to a number of the people in the community, they'll talk about having seen the little people.
There's a place at home that we know, but we don't profess it to anybody.
But it's not like the boogeyman.
They can be mischievous, they can be ornery, or they can be helpers.
And every now and then, we might have the opportunity to see them, especially if they want us to see them.
The fact that it's across Alaska really tells you something about our history and how we interacted with nature around us.
Okay. Oh. Yes. Oh. Ah. Il y a une planche là, il y a quelque chose, je vois pas bien. Oh. Bah. Je peux pas prendre appui sur le mur là? Ça craint. Je peux pas non plus changer de direction en l'air. Ah. Bro. C'était pas assez lourd, hein. Il a fallu qu'il se mette dessus. Wow. Brr. Yo. Puisque c'est comme ça et je m'arrache. One shot. Dead. Mais je peux rien faire là, mec. Oups. Ok, si je me mets là et que la pierre tombe là... Non. Oh! Non! Oh! Ça va me gaver. Ok. What? Peut-être que je peux dock juste au dernier moment en fait. Alors. Non. Ok, cool. Oh. Vite fait, hein. Après avoir crevé 453 fois là. Ça te dit pas de venir? Qu'est-ce qui se passe? Ok. Wow. Bro. Ah, voilà. Ça marche. Cool. Bola. Ah, d'accord.
The bola is what we call kilamitan. And the kilamitan is made out of braided sinew tied out to some heavy bone which you could twirl. In my case, we're catching ducks.
When we're out whaling, sometimes the ducks start flying. And they're good for duck hunting. You know, if you're a whaling crew, you can't make too much noise. So you can't use a shotgun for getting some duck soup handy, you know. So bolo was a really handy weapon to use for catching ducks. You know, the ducks fly in, you throw it up and tangles up the bird, and down they go.
D'accord. Comme je l'ai vu. Ok. Ok. Ça c'est fait. Ouais. Right. D'accord. Ah. Ah bah. Je me suis trompé sur l'edge. Oh. Wow. Bruh. Évidemment.
Sobra tayo na igilehotik.
Non. Oh, 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 oh. Jesus. C'est pas facile cette histoire. Yo. Quel est l'intérêt par contre Il n'y en a pas? Non? Ok. Hmm. Cool. Wow. D'accord, d'accord, d'accord. Oh non. C'est pas grave, lui il doit pouvoir monter, non? Non, il peut pas. Yo.
Sila tane nunakimata inyuhuluk kasawag. Inyuhulum taudu kameo lutkakawa. Agalan niver seralwalo.
Wow, j'ai pas fait attention. Mince. Autant pour moi. Bro. Non, 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 non. Fair. Whew. Ouf. Oh, non. Aïe, 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 aïe.
Annap khaslik kalwaktuk agalan igilawninga sikhagalaksisi nyaktuk.
Ok, je vais faire une mini pause et je reviens d'ici 5 minutes. Tout de suite.